it true that children can just arrive at your door without any notice?
No, you're involved in the very, very outset. So we get contacted by TUSLA every day with profiles of children. When you are available to take a child to come and live with you, we will look at those profiles and think, oh, perhaps this could be a good match for you and your family. And if you want to find out more information once you've read the information that we have about that child, then we'll find that out for you. And you'll be involved in all the meetings that we have ongoing with the social work teams about that child. You may decide, actually, I don't think this child is going to be a good fit for my family, and that's okay. But you may think, actually, I do think this is a good match. If everybody's in agreement, and the most important person in this is the child, then we move on to think about how we're going to plan what we call the transition into your care. So how we're going to help the child to settle into your home in the best way that we can. And so to do that, we start at the very beginning and we take it very slowly where we can. Obviously, there's lots of times where children have to move in crisis settings. In best practice, we hope to be able to move at the child's pace. So perhaps we could start at things like the prospective foster carer coming to see where the child is at the moment, and that could be perhaps with a relative or even with their birth parents, and then moving that very gradually into the child then coming to see you. Perhaps even in between that, we may think it might be good for you all to meet in the community somewhere. And we build that up to where a child is perhaps going to stay with you overnight. And then we can think about a moving day when we think the child's ready to actually come and live with you and your family. At that point as well, we're thinking really hard about the child's sensory needs. So things around smells, touches and tastes. So we're making sure that we know all the child's favourite foods, thinking about washing powder. You know, perhaps in the previous place I used this type of washing powder for their clothes. We'll ask you to use the same. We'll ask the child to come even with their same duvet and not have it washed, just so everything is very familiar. Those are things that I would be asking the foster carers to find out there and then, because we know that those smells, taste, touch really help children to settle. Those are the things that we try to involve you in as much as possible.
Ready to start? Visit originsfostercare.ie to learn more and apply to become a foster carer today.